Hello all, my name is Gustavo Mendes and I'm going to talk a little bit about the Mistika Config utility. After you install the software and got your license up and running, you're going to have three new icons on your desktop. There are the SGO activation tool, which you just use to do your licensing, the Mistika Config utility, and the SGO Mistika Insight. So what we're going to be doing here is opening Mistika Config utility. So we're going to double click on it, and first thing you're going to see is this very first page with several tabs here on the top section. One of the main things you need to do, if you haven't done it already when you install the software, is to make sure that on the second tab for file path that you set up where your projects are going to live and where your media is going to live. Make sure that if you haven't set up your folders while you're doing the install, just click on create or change all default paths and create all the paths that you need to use. I personally have a bunch of hard drives separately on my laptop. I separated it on one hard drive just for my project files. So I have a Mistika folder with the work folder that it creates, and I have a media drive where I created again another Mistika folder with the name material that Mistika creates as well. After you're done this, we can talk about a little bit of the general tab, which is where you're going to set up not only, as you can see, auto save time, but you also have a way to create presets for the frame rates and resolution you work in. So if you click right here, you're going to see that you have an option with a bunch of presets already installed along with Mistika, and you can also create a new preset with the create new format. So we're going to do that right now. So I'm just going to do a create new format. I'm going to type here 1080 at 23.976. I'm going to create the preset. And after this is done, I'm just going to jump to the master formats tab, and as you can see, I have a resolution here for X and Y, but if this was not correct, just make sure you type it. And when you do it, you're going to notice that, for example, if I do 1280 by 720, you're going to notice that aspect ratio is calculated automatically for you. So if I change this to 1280 by 640, you're going to see that it creates a 2:1 aspect ratio right off the bat. So let's change this to what we want, which is 1920 by 1080. And here on the main frame rate, we're going to type 23.976. And we're going to click on Save Preset. And it's going to ask if we really want to redefine the preset. Just click on Yes. And that's it. So you have a preset now that you can go to general and it's all good to go. You just make sure that's selected. So mine is all the way here at the bottom. And that's it. And then you can just click on OK. And we're ready to open Mistika for the first time.